How's it going, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Jake Paul has his next boxing fight booked. He's going to be taking on former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley. This according to Mike Coppinger of The Athletic. I'll bring the tweet up right here. Sources say Jake Paul and former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley have agreed to a deal for a boxing match. Jake recently signed a multi-fight deal with Showtime. Friday face-off in Miami planned to promote the event. Paul is coming off a first-round KO of Ben Askren. Did I not call this? I said this was a possibility with the fact that Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley are good friends. Tyron Woodley, is like I said, a former UFC welterweight champion. He's also someone that I'm sure wants to get some revenge for Ben Askren taking on Jake Paul. And Woodley is a free agent, so there's no red tape here with the UFC. He is free to go and take whatever he wants, unlike what happened with George St. Pierre and Oscar De La Hoya. This is likely going to happen again. Mike Coppinger, one of the most respected combat sports journalists in the game, so if he's saying it, it's likely going to happen. Jake Paul did tease some fight news as well on his Instagram as well. But let's take a look at Tyron Woodley here. 39 years old, former welterweight champion, like I mentioned, 5'9" with a 74-inch reach. Now Jake Paul, if you look here, is 6'1" with a 76-inch reach, so he will have a height and reach advantage, Jake Paul, and obviously Jake Paul's a lot younger as well too. But yeah, it'll be interesting because Woodley actually has knockout power. He's actually one of the few fighters that's knocked out Robbie Lawler in his career. I mean, you think of all the fights that Robbie Lawler's had, the fact that Woodley was able to finish him in the first round, pretty impressive. So Woodley has some boxing, but obviously, we've seen what's happened in the last couple fights. Usman, Burns, Covington, Luque, all decisive losses, especially the Luque fight. He was finished in the first round in that one. Colby Covington finished him. So it'll be very interesting to see how Tyron Woodley's going to look in the boxing ring, I should say. He doesn't have any actual boxing experience, full boxing experience, but he does have striking, like we've seen in MMA. He's had some knockout victories in his career, but yeah, I mean, he's also a guy that dropped Stephen Thompson, if you remember, too. Wasn't able to finish him, but still, it's going to be a different fight than Ben Askren, right? Because Askren had to learn how to box. He doesn't really rely on his striking, whereas Tyron Woodley has some striking as well, but still, I got to go Jake Paul in this fight if I'm picking, just based after what Jake did in his last fight here. Again, Paul's got wins over, the only combat sports, athlete that he's defeated is Ben Askren. The rest, Nate Robinson and Gibb, we can't really put too much stock into that, but those are all finishes. I mean, again, Jake Paul's got some serious power. He's doing everything right in terms of his training camp and all that. So again, Woodley is going to be the guy to step up and take on Jake Paul. By the looks of it here, we do not have a date for this event yet. I'll be keeping tabs on that as well. But yeah, there we go. Tyron Woodley has his next fight booked in the boxing ring. Is going to be taking on Jake Paul. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you like this fight? Was this the right move for Jake Paul? Was this the right move for Tyron Woodley? And who do you think is going to win? Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lynch on Sports. I'm James Lynch, and I'll see you next time.